Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're doing part 8 of the build of the Lego Technic Mercedes-Benz Arocs. So this is where we're at so far. We've got the bulk of the vehicle built. We have the crane built. We are now on to building the body parts. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So we have some panels that we're going to start putting stuff on to connect it to the main model. So this first thing we're going to build is the front grille or front bumper area. So we're going to build it separate first and then attach it to the model. So that's why I kind of rolled the model off to the side. It's still kind of in the screen, but there we go. So that's out of here. So this is also beginning bags number 5. So I already have all the parts dumped out and sorted so we can, or so I can find them easier. Alright, a 4 long thin lift arm. These. So these thin lift arms will allow multiple axle connections. And sometimes you have to put a lot of the same ones on to make them all connect to each other. There's that. I'll do the other side. Should be very similar. So these thin lift arms, when you have 2 pinholes that are supposed to line up, sometimes they don't line up perfectly. And it takes a little bit of wiggling to get a pin to go in there right. Okay. Put that down for a bit. Got a sub build to make. Quite a few Technic pins, pieces all on this piece. Alright, we have another one that's similar. These. Alright, so this piece, let's see, we have to turn this around like that. So pay careful attention to the instructions because they have you change directions of things. So we flipped it over to attach that piece. Now we're going to do a similar one. there. Now we have these two long lift arms. We have two flick fire missiles that go in there. This Technic jumper plate. Two gray studs. And a clear tile, trans clear tile. We're going to repeat that. We have two of them basically. Let's see, do we have to rotate it again? No. Hold on. Something's not right. Back up a step or two. Okay, I see what I did. So these were supposed to be on the other side next to these gray pieces. Right there and right there. Turn this around. This one goes here and here. And then these little bar elements on the flick fire missiles, they'll actually slide right into these Technic friction pins and be held in place with the friction pins. A 9 long black beam. And this piece slides in right there. So we're creating our front bumper grille area. Looks good so far. Alright, we have the white Lego tile that goes on the front, and we're going to put a sticker on here. This is the Kosman sticker, sticker number 7, KO55M4NN. That stands for Kosman. He was the set designer for the set. And this piece will slide on right here. There we go. That piece. This piece. These axles go in these thin lift arms. And 2 of these pin joiners go there. Couple 4 long thin lift arms. I'm missing some bricks that have the... Oh, where are they at? Gotta be around here somewhere. Missing some trans orange bricks. I've got all the other bricks, not the trans orange ones. Oh, let's bring over my extra parts bin. This is what I'm looking for. I'll just pull a couple out of here until I can find them. They're around here somewhere. They wouldn't just get left out of the bag. I've never had any missing pieces. That a thin lift arm. It's curved. That piece fits perfectly on there. Next, we're going to do the other side. This portion of the thin lift arm attaches to that axle, and that's kind of what locks everything in place. Now we have a couple of these black pins with axle on the end. And a 3 long lift arm. Good. A couple lights, so it's just a round 2x2 plate with a clear anti-tile and a 5 long axle. And then we slide it through this hole, which will attach to the axle hole over here. So there we go. Got some big front headlights. Long, 3 long. So when I say 7 long or 3 long, it's the length of the little lift arm or beams that I'm grabbing. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes, and this has 3 holes in it. Just right in the middle. Five long, 4 friction pins. Thin lift arm. Another thin lift arm. And we have these little joiner pieces with 2 flick fires in each one. Oops. Put in the wrong thing. Now we're going to do a few tiles. So we have a 2 long tile on that one and a 3 long tile on this one. Push those through those. Oops. Switch this. 2 long tiles supposed to be there. Okay, and this simply attaches to that friction pin that's right there, so it kind of makes it angled slightly. I'm going to do another one. It's going to be opposite though. This one we'll put the thin lift arms on in a slightly different order. Do the light gray one first and then the black one. Now we have these elements with the flick fires. Those both go in there. Couple tiles. And then onto that friction pin. Let's see. Alright, so that piece is going to hold that all together. What did I just do here? Just had it flipped around. Had to flip it the right way. Like that. Like that. Like that. Alright, a few more. Let's see, we've got 6. These curved thin lift arms. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. One, 2, 3. 13 long lift arm. Okay. So that all goes there. Now we'll roll the truck over. And this piece slides into, there's a lift arm right here that these blue pins will snap into. So we line everything up. Oh, and this lift arm's gonna line up with that beam perfectly. Or I mean that axle. Come on, there we go. So all that's lined up good. Now we push these red pins into the side, and that is holding on the front nice and snug. It's kind of a mean looking front end right now. So let me put this down there. Next we have a lift arm here. Try to do this without making a mess. These light bluish gray pins have a stud on the end, so the only thing that can really connect to it is a Lego system element. So what we're going to do is attach some tiles to it. So we have a white tile. We're going to do orange, red, and clear. And these are all the translucent varieties. So it's trans orange, trans red, and trans clear. This white tile also gets the other bumper sticker. And we'll bring the model over here. Have it just sitting on all the bricks and pieces. Snaps on the back, just like that. So, we're now going to move this out of the way again because we have the cab element to build. Reorganize the desk a little bit. I was knocking stuff over. So we should be able to get quite a ways through this cab, if not all the way through, with this portion of the build. So let's get right into it, see how far we make it. Friction pin, 9 long beam. So it goes there. This cab is full of a lot of panels and white lift arms. It's kind of basically the color of the cab. It's going to be white. So once we start getting some white elements on here, that's when we'll know we're kind of to the outside. But just like all Technic models, we start from the inside and go out. So kind of everything we're seeing that we're building now is all the inner frame and structure of the cab. And so far it's pretty straightforward, no surprises. Just attaching a lot of pins and axles. The first white part right here on the end. These two pieces. Okay, next. Goes like that. Have one of these guys. That and that. This slides up in here. Repeat it for the other side. Alright, what's going on here? With two of these 4 long axles with a stop. And then we're going to insert a thin lift arm. Actually going to put 2 of them on there. Repeat it for the other side. And the way these elements work is I'm not quite sure if I'm building the top or the bottom or the side. I really don't know what's going on yet until we get a little bit further along. Goes there. Okay, two of these elements. Alright, we have a 13 long lift arm that goes all the way across here. It'll help hold everything together. And we have two 9 long with a friction pin in each. Goes all the way across, just like that. So one side has a blue pin and this one has the two long gray pin. So this is the first variation of not being symmetrical. This is 15 long lift arm. Couple white kind of L-shaped ones. And some more friction pins on these. Oops, friction pin. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. Now they line up these pieces. Attached just like that. 111 long. Eight friction pins. Turn this around. They show, I'm just making sure I have, so they show quite a few of these not going in, so I was just making sure. So there's exposed pins underneath here. So only 4 of them went into that piece. That's what I was carefully looking at to make sure that I had those right. And it appears that I do. Have a flick fire missile. Seven long axle with 2 thin lift arms. One of these joiner pieces. Oops. And I just shot the flick fire out. Don't shoot your eye out. Goes in the middle. There's nothing holding it on. Another one with another flick fire. This goes here. Goes there. Not quite sure what the flick fires are for yet. Couple 4 friction pins. I think this is the center console steering area. Turn this way. Goes right there. Quite a few friction pins on this piece. Not many bushings in this bag, just a few half bushings here. Okay. Lines up there, and then we slide this all the way through. That will hold that together. Now we're going to make a couple seats. It's actually going to be two identical ones. So we'll make them at the same time. Almost done with them. Okay, those are pretty comfortable looking seats if you ask me. So we have both of these, and we'll insert them right here, right there. I guess those little flick fires help hold these in place. Alright, so we are actually going to stop this portion of the video here. We've made it about 40 minutes, so good portion built. We got the grill started, we've got the cab going. It's really the inside portion of it, but hey, it's something. So make sure to check out the next part where we continue to build the cab. And yeah, just keep on making progress. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.